In the serene woods of Pine Hollow National Park, a popular spot for campers, hikers, and nature enthusiasts, a group of college friends decided to spend their summer break reconnecting with nature. The group, consisting of 5 co-eds from the nearby university, had set up their camp near a secluded lake known for its tranquility and beauty. One warm evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the co-eds decided to take a refreshing swim. The idea quickly turned into a playful dare, and soon they were laughing and splashing around, skinny dipping under the moonlit sky. Unbeknownst to them, someone, or something, was watching from the shadows. Park rangers Jack Thompson and Emily Reed were on their routine patrol, ensuring all campers were safe and adhering to the park's regulations. As they walked near the lake, they heard giggles and splashes. Curious, they approached quietly, not wanting to startle the group. What they saw made them pause. The co-eds, unaware of their presence, were enjoying their midnight swim. However, another pair of eyes was watching from the edge of the forest, the eyes of a hulking figure covered in dark, matted fur. "Emily, do you see that?" Jack whispered, pointing towards the tree line. Emily nodded, her eyes widening. "Is that?" "A Bigfoot," Jack confirmed. "And it's watching them." Before they could react, the creature made a low growl and took a step forward, causing a branch to snap loudly. The co-eds froze, their laughter dying in their throats as they turned to see the source of the noise. Panic set in as they spotted the enormous figure emerging from the woods. "Get out of the water, now!" Jack shouted, drawing his flashlight and shining it towards the Bigfoot. The co-eds scrambled out of the lake, grabbing their clothes and covering themselves as best as they could. The Bigfoot, seemingly startled by the sudden commotion and the bright light, let out a roar and retreated back into the forest. Jack and Emily quickly approached the shaken co-eds. "Are you all okay?" Emily asked, her concern evident. One of the girls, Lisa, nodded, her face pale. "What was that?" "A Bigfoot," Jack replied grimly. "And it looked like it was watching you." Outraged and frightened, the co-eds weren't about to let the creature get away. "We have to do something," Lisa said, her voice shaking. "We can't just let it roam around here, spying on people." Jack and Emily exchanged glances. "We need to alert the other campers and hikers in the area," Jack said. "We can't handle this alone." The group quickly returned to the main campsite, where they found other campers and hikers enjoying their evening. Jack and Emily explained the situation, urging everyone to stay together and stay alert. The initial disbelief quickly turned to determination as the group realized the seriousness of the threat. "All right, here's the plan," Jack said, taking charge. "We'll form search parties and sweep the area. We need to find this Bigfoot and make sure it's not a danger to anyone else." With flashlights, makeshift weapons, and a lot of courage, the group split into smaller teams and spread out into the forest. The co-eds, still shaken but resolute, joined one of the teams, determined to help catch the creature that had invaded their privacy. Hours passed as they combed through the woods, the darkness and the dense foliage making the search difficult. Every snap of a twig and rustle of leaves set their nerves on edge. Despite the fear, the group pressed on, driven by a mix of anger and a sense of duty to protect their fellow campers. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the trees. "Over here!" someone shouted, and the group rushed towards the sound. They arrived to find one of the teams standing near a clearing, their flashlights illuminating a large, muddy footprint. "It went this way," one of the hikers said, pointing towards a narrow path leading deeper into the forest. With renewed determination, they followed the trail. The footprints led them to a small cave hidden by thick underbrush. "This must be where it's hiding," Emily whispered. Jack nodded, signaling for everyone to be quiet. They cautiously approached the cave, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. As they neared the entrance, a low growl rumbled from within. "Get ready," Jack said, gripping a large branch he had picked up as a weapon. The group braced themselves as the growling grew louder. Suddenly, the Bigfoot lunged out of the cave, its eyes wild with fear and aggression. The creature was massive, towering over them, its fur matted and dirty. The group scattered, but they quickly regrouped, surrounding the creature. "Drive it towards the cliff." Jack shouted, remembering a steep drop-off not far from their location. Using their flashlights and makeshift weapons, they herded the Bigfoot towards the cliff. The creature roared and swiped at them, but the group's sheer numbers and determination kept it moving in the desired direction. Finally, they reached the cliff's edge. The Bigfoot, realizing it was trapped, let out a final, defiant roar. The group pressed forward, forcing the creature closer to the edge. In a desperate attempt to escape, the Bigfoot lunged at Jack. He dodged just in time, and the creature lost its footing, tumbling over the cliff and disappearing into the darkness below. The group stood in stunned silence, the adrenaline slowly wearing off. Did we get it?" Lisa asked, her voice trembling. Jack peered over the edge, seeing nothing but darkness. "I think so," he said. "But we should be cautious. It might not be dead." They returned to the campsite, exhausted but relieved. The co-eds, despite their ordeal, were grateful for the help of the park rangers and the other campers. "Thank you," Lisa said, her voice filled with gratitude. "We couldn't have done it without you." Jack smiled. "We're all in this together. Just glad everyone's safe." In the following days, the story of their encounter spread throughout Pine Hollow National Park. The campers, hikers, and park rangers became closer, bonded by their shared experience. The co-eds, once scared and vulnerable, felt a new sense of confidence and camaraderie. As for the Bigfoot, it was never seen again. Some believed it had survived the fall and moved to a different part of the forest, while others thought it had perished. Regardless, the park remained vigilant, ready to protect its visitors from any future threats. And so, Pine Hollow National Park continued to be a place of beauty and adventure, where people from all walks of life could come together, united by their love of nature and their determination to keep it safe. The co-eds returned to their university with a story they would never forget, forever changed by their encounter with the mysterious creature of the woods.